And Mr. Scindia, you have been a minister in the Congress government. You have been a very long-standing member of parliament, though you still look like a youth leader. But baat ye hai ki...
That's a problem.
It's good.
And that's a problem for you too.
No, please don't pull my leg. We are not getting any younger. The question is, Mr. Scindia, आप कांग्रेस के मंत्री रहे हैं, आप बीजेपी में, भाजपा में मंत्री में हैं, आप तब भी केंद्रीय मंत्रिमंडल में थे और अब भी हैं. You have held very important portfolios. Petroleum, civil aviation. Contrast the working style. Power, telecom, petroleum, commerce, industries and, no, not petroleum, commerce, industries and now civil aviation. In terms of the functioning, informal, inside functioning, without giving details, लोग जानना चाहेंगे मोदी सरकार में काम कैसे होता है, मतलब accountability metrics क्या है? जो आप कहे accountability metrics का है उसको, या फिर आप इसको क्या जो हम प्राइवेट सेक्टर में कहते हैं टारगेट सेटिंग, वो टारगेट सेटिंग कैसे होती है? आप अगर उस पर, if you can throw some light, it will be very interesting for us.
So very simply put, if you ask me to put it in one word, Prime Minister Modi's government is a meritocracy. When he says perform, transform and reform, he's not only talking about what he wants to do in the country, but he's talking about what he wants to do in governance. And he does not look for incremental change. He looks for monumental change. Because transformation will come in this country, cannot come incrementally. It must come and can only come monumentally. What is that monumental change? That monumental change is when you create 3.8 crore Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana houses in 9 years, when in 65 years you have built only 3 crores. That transformation change is when in 9 years you have built close to about 10.75 crore toilets, making sure that 100% saturation, every Indian has a toilet. That monumental change is when you connect 9.6 crore women with Ujjwala cooking gas, and they no longer have to inhale 2 packets of cigarettes a day worth of smoke by blowing on wood and coal to cook their food. That transformational change is when 11 crore farmers through UPI and Jan Dhan accounts get 6,000 rupees in their bank account every year. There was a Prime Minister earlier in India who said that if I send 1 rupee from the center, only 15 paise reaches the beneficiary. Today in India, when Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, presses a button in Delhi, through the creation of 50 crore Jan Dhan accounts, 50 crores, a very simple number to mouth, very difficult number to execute, 50 crore Jan Dhan accounts, when he presses a button in Delhi, without any bicholi, without any bhrashtachar, that money reaches Arnab's bank account in the back of beyond village of India, and which he can check on his phone instantly through UPI. That's the transformation that you've seen in India, which is monumental. 45% of the world's digital transactions today happen in India on Indian phones. The fact that in COVID, how many of you took the COVID vaccine? 1 or 2? How much did you pay for it? And tell me, how did you get the evidence that you've taken it? 220 crore vaccines given and the digital certificate coming on your phone. In New York City, Arnab, and you've reported it, and in London, You used to walk into a hospital and people on a handwritten note, Arnab Goswami, date of birth, on this date, here's your chit. In India, back of beyond village, the customer would get his certificate on his phone. That's a monumental transformation in India, ladies and gentlemen. And the Prime Minister's vision is, if India has to become a Vishwa Guru, if India has to become a world economic power, it cannot be by just Arnab Goswami and Jyotiraditya Scindia and the people in this room. All 150 crore Indians have to be part of that transformation. And they can only be part of that transformation when they are empowered and they are given the same tools as all of us sitting in this room to bring about that transformation.
So, give me at the end an example. Thoda anecdote bataiye. Ashwini Vaishnav ji last time gave how presentations are made, how the Prime Minister responds. Wo monitoring mechanism. I want the people watching this program, streaming live on television and in the hall, to get a sense of the functioning of the government. Kyunki humko to numbers dikhte hain.
So everything is measured on a weekly basis.
By
targets are set by the Prime Minister himself. Targets are set. So whether it's the case of, for me, let me give you my own experience. In civil aviation, the number of airports that are being built in a year, or in the case of steel, which I also happen to have, the number of the capacity increase that is going to happen this year, how much is being done on a weekly, monthly basis, what is the progress of major projects, are they being executed on time? The biggest problem in India is that you start a project and all of us will attend Bhumi Pujan. And after Bhumi Pujan,
disappear.
No one worries about it. Everyone disappears. And 10 years have passed. Chal raha hai. Prime Minister's insistence is not on Bhumi Pujan. His insistence is on Lokarpan. So let me give you my personal example. I am building a civil aviation terminal in Gwalior.
Okay.
2 lakh square feet, close to 500 crores. The Bhumi Pujan was done by the Home Minister on the 16th of October 2022. And I guarantee you on your show, Mr. Arnab Goswami, that the Lokarpan will be done within a period of 15 months in January of 2023.
That's amazing. It's totally incredible.
2 lakh square feet,
That's incredible.
20 aprons, 4 aero bridges, a 500 crore project in 15 months.
Oh, that's incredible. I think it's target setting at another level.
From today till February end, 8 new terminals are going to be ready for inauguration. Kolhapur, Pune, Gwalior, Jabalpur, Ayodhya, Tiruchirappalli, the new Lucknow terminal, Surat. That's 8 for you.
I think you should make the Ayodhya terminal even bigger right now, given the amount of traffic
This is the first phase of 6,500 square meters. The second phase, I'm taking a cabinet note, will be 50,000 square meters.
Wow, that's Ayodhya Airport.
Yes.
Ayodhya Airport. Last point to you. So people say, okay, we'll become
India
the third...
today is about scale.
Yeah, scale. So, but the people want to know, lastly, okay, we are going to overtake France in GDP. We're going to overtake, I think, Germany.
We are now number 5. We've already overtaken France and the UK. We are going to overtake
Japan and Germany. But what's in it for us? So let's say that we overtake by 2027 Japan and Germany. Aam aadmi ko kya fark padega? What is in it for us? Just present it in as clear terms as possible, and then we'll wrap this up.
Economic growth brings with it dividends. Dividends for every single person across the length and breadth of this country. Which is why, if you go back to what I have said over the last 25 minutes, it is the empowerment of every single Indian to be able to contribute to the cause of nation building. Prime Minister's movement right now, Viksit Bharat Yojana, where every van is moving across the length and breadth of India. He wants to infuse energy. He wants to bring about a movement, just like the independence movement, which was a people's movement. We want to create a people's movement to convert India from where she is today into the Vishwaguru. And that, Arnab, is not only on an economic paradigm, it is also on a adhyatma paradigm, a philosophical paradigm. Today, yoga is being done in the United Nations under the Prime Minister's aegis with members of 130 countries. Today, Indian Namaste is done by world leaders. So India is rising not only as an economic power, but she is rising as a cultural power as well. And our concept of Vasudeva Kutumbakam, in our rise, is the rise also of the rest of the world. And that is our concept. We, as we rise, we take care of the world. Our vaccine Maitri program, our bringing back our calamity rescue hostages from all across the world. It is about being participated in the world movement to bring about world growth, and that's where India needs to be.
I love your sense of conviction and your energy. Jyotiraditya Scindia, again, many, many congratulations on your political success and wish you all the best for what you're doing in the government. Please, round of applause for Jyotiraditya Scindia. Incredible. Thank you, Jyoti.